Morning students, welcome back to online classes of Pulse and Digital Circuits. This is Aisha Sultana from ISL Engineering College, Assistant Professor of EC Department. So in the previous class lecture, we have seen about the unidirectional gates or unidirectional sampling gates. So in today's class, we are going to see about unidirectional diode gates or the sampling gates to accommodate more than one input signal. It means that, what does it mean? In the last class, whatever we have seen the unidirectional sampling gates, that we used to only accommodate only one input signal. Okay, we have seen what is the control signal, how we are going to control the signals, and what is the output that is obtaining. Fine. So before we move on to the topic, so I just want to revise once again what actually is sampling gate. So I hope you all people remember what actually was sampling gate. So sampling gates, what is another name for the sampling gate? It is also called as your linear gates or transmission gates, or it is also called as your selection gates. Yes. So what is the output of your sampling gates? It should be exact the reproduction of your input, or at the particular selected time interval, or you should be getting 0. Yes. So what happens in the sampling gates? It will be helping you people to select a particular transmission signal or a particular signal in a particular time. Okay, for which the output will be same or else it will be 0 otherwise. Okay, so that particular time is called as your transmission period. So in the time where your signal is not transmitted or no signal is been going to the receiver, that particular signal is called or time is called as your non-transmission period, and the control signal is given by VC. Okay, this was about your sampling gates. Then we have seen there are two kinds of sampling gates. Okay, this is the block diagram of that one. So this is the control signal, this is the input and output. So whenever your signal is at a V1, so you will be getting output same exactly as the input, or else you will be getting your 0 otherwise. So in this one we are having two types, unidirectional sampling gates as well as a bidirectional. Unidirectional sampling gates is the one which passes either positive or negative pulses, okay, depending upon your control signal. So what does it mean? It is only one polarity signal. Okay, so whatever the data you are transmitting, you will be getting only one positive or negative polarity. But comes to the bidirectional, that will be transmitting both the polarity of signals. So here in the unidirectional signal, we have seen some advantages in the previous class. That is extremely simple. There were very little time delays through the gate, and the gate draws no current into your quiescent conditions. And the last one was here, the control signal can be easily extended into multiple input circuits. So now we have got, now in today's class I am telling about the unidirectional diode that can accommodate more than one input signal. Okay, so in the whatever we have seen was single input. Now here I am going to show you the next topic, that which will be taking of you more than one signal. Okay, I hope you all remember the disadvantages of your unidirectional diodes. There will be an interaction between the signal source as well as the control source. So that means you will be getting interference between the control signal and one more interference when transmitting your signal. And the second disadvantage is that the control signal is limited because the use of slow rise time in the control voltage. So that is the second disadvantage that we will overcome by using another circuit. So before that we will see this topic, that is your unidirectional diode or unidirectional gate to accommodate more than one input signals. See the figure here. In this figure what you are having, the unidirectional sampling gate with two input signals you are having. See, VS1 and VS2. It means two sources you are having. So here the signal can be extended to large number of signals as well. So I can extend this for n number of input signals also. Okay, 1 and 2. Where it comes to the previous class, I'll share the link along with this one, where we used only one signal source or the voltage source. From that you used to get only one input signal. Here how many we are accommodating? More than one input signal. So the signal can be extended to large number of input signals also. Okay, when the circuit signal is at lower level of minus V1. First condition I am giving here, whenever the circuit is at the lower level of minus V1, means it will be having the larger negative side. Yes or no? If my signal is at this point, at the control signal, this is the control signal and these are the input signal. If my control signal it is at minus V1, so I will be having larger of negative point, then the diodes will be off at this particular point. Okay, so diode will be off means no input signal can be transmitted to the output. Yes or no? So VS1 whatever you are transmitting and VS2 whatever you are transmitting, they won't get any kind of output at V0 at this particular point. So when the control signal is at the upper level of the minus V2 here, then the level of the diodes will be on. If you get the positive point over here, then at this particular point your diodes will be on condition, then the output will be the present input whatever you are having at this particular point. So at that time the control signal will act as an capacity coupled OR gate. OR gate means it will be adding up. So what it will be adding up? The previous input signal that was here and the present one. So it will be acting as an OR gate. Hence the negative level of the control pulse may be considered as your what you call as OR gate. So this particular signal we can say that this can be used as your OR gate. So this circuit is called as multiple input or a circuit with an inhabitation terminals. That means this is acting as an more than one input signal. So that's the reason we call as multiple input or multi-input unidirectional sampling gate circuit, or you can also give the name as inhabitation terminal unidirectional sampling gate. But you are having a drawback over here. It is that the circuit in this number of input increases, so it will be increasing load on this particular control signal. See, whatever we have seen minus V1 minus V2, it will be controlling. If I going on increasing the number of sources here, so it will be giving a heavy load to this control signal. So as to remove that particular drawback, what you have to do, we have to do some difference in this connection. So the circuit will be modified by adding one more diode to this particular one. So here I will be adding one more diode, so that what happens, the circuit we will be avoiding the load completely on the control signal. So the control signal will be directly going to that particular diode and your input signals will be acting in one more terminal. So what happens, these input signals will be connected to one point. Okay, I'll show the figure. See here, in this notes also I have given the drawback of this particular circuit is that the number of input increases, the loading on your control signal will be increased. So the load will be increased on your VC. So as to avoid that one, what we are going, we are adding one more diode here. Correct? So these are the two diodes, two input sources that we have considered, but here as to avoid that one, we are using one more diode. So what happens here, the input signals are connected to point A directly here at this point through the diodes D1 as well as your D2 directly. Okay, and the control sequence is connected to the A directly to avoid the interference between between your input signals as well as to avoid the interference of your loading. So this completely it is different path. So that's the reason by using this kind of circuit diagram or by this kind of connections, you are able to remove the drawback of that. The number of inputs increases, the loading on the control signal will be excessively high. So as to overcome, so this is how you can overcome the drawbacks of your topic. What is the unidirectional diode gates to accommodate more than one input signal. So as to reduce the heavy what we call pressure on your control signals, we are using one more diode here. So your input sources will be connected at point A, and your diode or the control signal is also connected at the point A, due to which you will be avoiding the interference as well as the loading on this particular part. Okay, so this was about your unidirectional diode gates to accommodate more than one input signal. So now we have seen that this is the drawback of if there is a heavy pressure or the heavy what you can say number of input signals has been increased, so you will get pressurized to your control signal. So as to avoid that one, we are adding one more diode. Now what happens when all is well, but you will be getting a pedestal. What does the mean by your pedestal? I'll show. So students, listen here carefully. So whatever the input signal we used to give, this is your input signal. I'll give it as Vs, okay, and we have one more control signal, Vc. Yes, so for this Vc it will be minus Vc or it is plus Vc, right? Now when you are combining these two terms and you are giving it to an input signal by using the diodes and the circuitry, but here you are also getting the pedestals. What does that mean by pedestal? You already know what you have seen, so many statues, right? So on that particular part a pillar will be there, right? So here whenever I am giving the positive pulses, if you have already a positive part, so this positive part will be upon your in previous signal. So this particular part is called as your pedestal, okay? So this is called your pedestal. So we have to remove, because this is the input output signal whatever I have got from the input, but it is due to that overlapping and something, or we can say if the control signal has the upper level of some positive voltage, this upper level of this positive voltage is there and this is also positive one. So what happens, due to this one you will be getting a pedestal. So this signal is positive and this cycle is also positive, so they won't merge, but instead of that one we will get a pedestal, means this higher part, this peak you will be getting. So you have to remove this pedestal, which is very important, otherwise you will be getting the errors at the receiver side. What actually sampling gates means, whatever the input you are sending, that is the output you have to obtain, or else it should be 0 depending upon the control signal. If the control signal is 0, then you will be getting 0 as the output. If it is 1, then you should be getting the same input signal as the output. But what happens here, it is coming along with your control signal. So that is what we call as pedestal. So you have to remove this pedestal. Fine. So I hope you are clear with the pedestal, what it does it mean. I'll show once again the part. This is your, this one is your input signal. This particular part is the input or the output that you have got, same as your input, and this particular part is your pedestal. Clear? So this pedestal you have to remove. Now see this topic, unidirectional diode gate that eliminates the pedestal, right? Now till now whatever we have seen, that was your unidirectional gates, that will be giving you exactly the output whatever input you have given, correct? So that was giving you faithful outputs. Now if the control signal has upper level of your positive voltage, then we get the pedestal at this particular output. So by using this particular circuit, we will be eliminating the pedestal. Fine. So here the circuit which is used to eliminate the pedestal, even if the input, if you whatever the input you have has the upper level of the control signals, means this positive part is also transmitted. If no signal is given at the source, then also we can remove the pedestal by using this simple circuit. So here what it is giving you, a sampling gate that is insensitive to the upper level of the control signals. In case you are using the upper level of your voltage control signal also, you won't get any kind of pedestals. For that one we are having two kinds of cases or two conditions. The very first one, that is case 1. See here, if the input signal Vs is 0 at the starting point, if it is 0 and if the control signal is not present over here, it is also 0, then the diode D1 will be conducting, okay, it will be in the conducting stage, okay, by using the VCC supply which is connected to the cathode part of your diode D1, which makes a D1 in the on stage. What does it mean? So whenever your input signal, that is from the source, V is 0 and there is no control signal, that means it is also 0, then your diode D1 is in the on condition and it will be taking the supply from the minus VCC. Okay, it will be taking from this particular point, so that it makes your diode D1 as the on condition. Now the resultant voltage at this particular point A is what? It will be positive or negative? of course it will be negative. So we are taking the below 0 value, that is minus V1 value. So your diode is in on condition and your voltage will be going from this particular part, okay, from the which will be connected to the cathode, and at this point particular A, the output will be negative value. Okay, so that means the voltage makes a diode. Now this is the first part, right? Now the resultant voltage at the point A is negative. The value of this voltage makes the diode D naught positive. That means it will be making the diode in the off state. So the resultant whatever the figure will be like this. See here, what is the input? Vs is 0. Okay, input is 0, control signal is also 0. So we won't get. So what happens here, this diode D1 will be on by taking the voltage from minus VCC, okay, negative part of this particular one. So this is taken, so your diode will be on. So these, when it is given to the point A, from there when it is given to the diode D naught, so it will be off condition. So your diode will be open over here, right? So here, so this is how your circuit will be looked after. And what will be the output? V naught? Of course 0. You won't get any kind of output over here. So this is the first condition, right? Now what is the second condition? Now see here in the case 2. What is the case 2 we will be applying here? The control voltage, now this will be in the positive part. What we have considered, that is 0 means that was below the level in case 1. So we have considered that as the negative part. Now if the control voltage is your positive and the input signal is applied is also positive, then what happens, your diode D1 now will be in the reverse bias condition, okay, and here it will be in off condition. So when this is given to your diode D naught, so it will be in the off condition, because the potential at this point A, this is your point A, it will be in the positive part and it will be coinciding your input signal. So what is your input signal, ma? This is your positive part, or the positive peak we are transmitting. It is off, you are not getting any kind of output from here. So from here the positive part is given to your diode D naught. So of course your diode D naught will be in the on state, then it will be short circuiting, then the input will be transmitted to the output. So what is the input you have got? That is same output will be transmitted. But where comes to your control signal, are you getting any kind of control signal here? No, of course no. So how you will be getting the output? I'll show the figure once again. Okay, see here. So from this particular diode, what you are getting the output? From this you will be getting the input, right? So I am drawing the input as Vs. Now are you getting any kind of control signal from here? This is the positive control signal, but your diode D1 is off, so it is an open circuit. Are you getting any kind of signal? Of course no. So what is the output you are getting? So you will not getting any kind of control signal from here, okay? This Vc won't be obtained here. So what happens at the output side? What is the output that you will be getting? The input signal whatever we have given. So here this is your same input signal and this is your output signal, okay? This is input and this is your output, fine? So this is how you are you getting any kind of pedestal over here? No. So what is the output? What actually it is? Unidirectional gate diode that will be eliminating the pedestal. Have you eliminated the pedestal now? Yes or no? So yes, of course you have eliminated the pedestal. So this was your control signal, correct? So this was your pedestal, right? This was the control signal that we used to got as a pedestal. So now by using this particular circuit, we have removed the pedestal completely and same input as an output we have obtained. Clear? I hope you are clear with this part. Input, that same as an output you have got over here, and we are not getting any kind of control signal. So your pedestal has been completely removed by using this circuitry. Clear, ma? So I'll revise once again. So what was the topic we have discussed here? Unidirectional gate diode that will be eliminating the pedestals. So in the first particular part, we have given input as 0, so of course we won't get any kind of output here, so there is no point of removing the pedestal also. In the second path, when you are giving the positive input voltage as well as the positive control signal, so if they both are coming at a time, you will be getting a pedestal over here. Okay, then lower part, well, that's what we have removed. So by using this condition, and your diode is off D1 and D0 is on, so this is the input signal from the source voltage will be directly given to the D0, and you will be getting the output V0 is equals to V in. The same output, see this waveform, and this will be same. And whatever the control signal, that will be given to your diode D1. So because it is will be in the reverse band direction now, so that your diode will be off and it will be in the open circuit. So no kind of control signal will be going here at the point A, and they won't combine over here. So that's the reason how you will be eliminating your pedestal by using your unidirectional gates. Same this you can apply for the transmitting negative pulses also. Just a circuit diagram will be different. Okay, same again you will be using a unidirectional gate diode to transmit negative pulses. Whatever we have seen in the previous class, same for the negative pulses also will apply. Then after that one, we also see how you are going to eliminate your pedestal in the negative part also. So that particular same similarly like this, we can remove that positive and negative pedestals. See here, this is how you can take your input signal, and this upper part whole, whatever the is pedestal, that can be removed by using the circuitry that have been used. This is the one where you are going to generate the negative pulses. Okay, as to transmit the negative pulses, in after transmitting the negative pulses, again you will be getting pedestal, same in that one also in the negative pulses. So here this part will be your input signal, and complete this one is your pedestal. So you have to remove this pedestal, and you have to get only original input signal from the source, voltage source. So I hope you are clear with this topic. So in the next class, I am going to start your next topic, that is your bidirectional sampling gates. Correct? So this is the first part is completely finished. So in the next class, we will see about the bidirectional sampling gates. Okay, so this is about your bidirectional. What is actually bidirectional sampling gates? Here we have to pass both positive as well as the negative pulses at a time. So for constructing this one, we can either use your diodes or bipolar junction transistors. Clear? So please go through the classes, do maintain the notes also. In case of any doubt regarding the classes, do let me know, ma. And also share the complete notes with your people. Okay. So I'll wind up the class here itself today. Thank you.